Sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma friends, in day-to-day life, we depending with the information we gather with our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and the mind. So, through the perception. And we have a believing that if you are able to see things as they are, and you are in the right path. But here you have to be very careful, because in the surface level, just seeing things as they are sometimes not enough for us to understand the truth. Because most of things appears to us not in the exactly in a real form. And even ourselves, our own mind, and sometimes recognize things very different way. And one of the thing is, it is very important when we recognize something to see the condition of our mind. And according to the quantum physics and neuroscience, this neuropsychology, so mostly 93% of what we experience is not the outside world. It is a reflection and condition of our own mind. And one time Buddha mentioned, Nate kama yani chitrani loke sankappa rago purisassa kama. So whatever this self-satisfactions arise, mostly not happen in the outside world. It mostly reflection of our own mind. So as example, when you see a flower and you see it is beauty, it has a beautiful flower. The beauty, even though there is a beauty inherent in that flower, and sometimes the beauty inside that we carry overtake the beauty of the flower. We see it as beautiful, but we not see exactly the beauty of the flower. We see the flower inside us. So same thing with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind. So then imagine yourself. If you go with the moment to see things as it is, how you see that what you see exactly as truth. Because mostly all the things in the surface level we take, especially the good things, we see as good. But later look ourselves and we recognize it is not the right. And whatever you selected, it is not the right. So then how about in that very moment when you had the idea, oh, this is the best, oh, I like this, you thought it as something right exactly the way you want. Why you didn't see whatever inherent inside it, what you didn't see the true nature of it? Because in that very moment, you didn't go exactly with what is outside nature. It called Swabhava. Swabhava means the very nature, it exists exactly as it is. in the outside. We just covered it from our own information. So that's why when you practice meditation, in tranquility state, there is a moment come to see things exactly as it is. In that very moment, that is where you drop your mind and you start to see things clearly. So otherwise, with this all the information that you carry, also you have a moment to see things as it is. And you recognize good things as good, bad things as bad, right things as right, wrong things as wrong, beautiful things as beautiful. But have you ever seen why that today that you saw something as beautiful and how it became ugly yesterday? And in the moment that you saw the beauty, that ugliness maybe was there, but you didn't see it. So like that, in the surface level, in day-to-day life, in this ordinary, in this conventional life, the mostly we recognize things as it is, not the exactly things we recognize that way. It's mostly reflection of our mind. So that's why you have to little bit calm down and practice yourself. Because when the mind able to release from our previous experience and have developed certain clarity in the moment, that is where you're going to mostly understand things. So without that clarity, if we try to jump to situations and maybe later when you recognize its true nature, it is too late. You cannot get out of it. Why? Because this lot of things, even our mind fake, even the outside world mostly fake, it's appear, imitate, like good. It's like the mirage. It's nothing wrong with anything. It is our responsibility to recognize that, and we see it, and we can show it to somebody, even like the mirage. We see it's kind of like water, but there is no water. But in that very perception, it's like the rainbow. You see the colors. Everybody enjoy for the moment with the colors. But in the depth, there is no such a thing exists. And there is no such a thing that you can get into, settle down and do get into a solid experience. The same thing with the moment, that whatever the things appear to your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, mostly it's like rainbow. When it appears, it's beautiful. But there is no moment to settle down with it. But the thing in day-to-day life, we don't see that. So ourselves, whatever come to our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, and we go with our inside conversation and with inside the ideas, inside views, and we start to develop a solid environment. But when the time comes to disappear, that everything from the outside layer, and that solid experience just going to be that we create the solid experience, it's going to be only with us. And that detachment, that you create solid awareness inside you related with the outside nature, but when the outside start to change, that it is very difficult for you to to get out of that solid consciousness or the awareness that you develop. So it's same like the spider web, because you see it as something and you are in the middle, and but the thing is that you cannot get it as a whole, that everything, it's a part by part, part by part, part by part, layer by layer, layer by layer, you develop that whole. But if you able to get it as one thing, and sometimes you don't recognize in that in that spider web, in between that every layer, there is a little tiny gap. So in our life, if you able to understand this, so whatever come to your life, always remember the very first thing, and what the idea that you have regarding it, be very clear with it. Because the whatever appear to you, not maybe the true nature of it, but we get lost with that appearance. We have no power in this conventional mind. Sometimes we don't see, because the very nature is very sharp. I just give a little example, like look at these serious killers, thieves, smugglers, and sometimes they are when this shootings happen, so sometimes the situations arise, and then this neighbors see how they talk about that people. Oh, he used to be so nice person, we never thought he going to do like these things, he always smile to us, say good morning, so he always say hi to us. We never thought he's like that, such a like that person. See, and there was a serious killer inside that. And the neighbors, even the brothers, sisters, even the husband or the wife, they didn't see that person inside. They thought it's a very nice person. And the very with the nature also the same. So look, this the entire earth, this, it's so comfortable, so solid. And especially in California, it's any time the earthquake can happen. So, but in the surface level, we don't see it. But in the depth, anytime that big thing can happen. And even the wind, look at this wind. That when we inhale, exhale, how comfortable it is. And have you ever think this the same inhalation, exhalation kind of this create a huge tornado and destroy this everything? There's a nature inherent that. So then what we experience, what we see through this naked eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind in the surface level, with all the putting all the ideas on it, is not the right thing sometimes. So break down this layer, take out the all the information that we carry within us sometimes. It's very difficult. Why? Because we are so attached to our own behavior, our own information, so our own feelings, our own emotions inside, rather than this outside. And that's why mostly with the relationship, with the people, and with the environment, with the situations, and mostly we just experience ourselves. not the other person or not the environment or not the other situations. We always experience that whoever living inside us. So the meditation is allow us to get out of that and completely become clear. So then yourself always remember, don't caught up with this, the moment of feelings or the moment of that, the experience that you think or whatever you see as it is going to be exactly the same way it is. And mostly we come with the ideas, this is my mind, like that. With the self-centered idea, we hold it to even ourselves. And but look ourselves, how we change. But sometimes we don't even want to accept that we are changing like that. We neglect it. When we see it, we neglect it. We cover up with something. We don't see our own change sometimes. So then yourself, that before that you get into the end of this life, so remember yourself, if you develop to certain level this clarity, even in the conventional level, you can have a very peaceful, calm, tranquility mindset yourself without getting hurt yourself, at least, without becoming worried, sad, unhappy, because you settle down with the truth. So that is the important thing. Not settle down with the people or the settle down with the environment or the settle down with the situations. Remember always settle down with the truth. That is the only place that you can be happy and comfortable, safe. Any other place is not safe. So then yourself, that when you get into the truth, it just thinking about it, by praying about it, asking or wishing about it, not going to work. So then you start to work little by little, little by little, and go towards it. So in that level, the very first step that you have to take, that we go with mostly mixed perceptions. Mixed perceptions means regarding something, you use the same kind of experience or the thoughts or the informations. And then as a result of that, what is happening, you cannot get into the right result. So you have a plan to do something, and you keep thinking about it, you're doing a lot of things, but it's not going to work. The very reason for that, mixed perceptions. That means you use the same kind of things to make it happen. And you know it didn't happen, but still you keep using the same kind of information, the thoughts, or maybe the people, or maybe the tools, or everything the same again and again and again and again. So it's a simple analogy. When you have the bunch of keys in your hand, so at night sometimes you wanna, there's no light, you just guessing the key, and you put the key and you try to open the door, and it doesn't work. So the misperception is again and again, it didn't open in the first time. Again and again, you putting the same key and try to open the door. That is the misperception with our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. And always we use the same kind of things in our life and didn't happen anything to us. And you look for change. And then you reading kind of like books from the same author, or you listening to the same kind of person, or you follow the same guru or the master or the monk or like that. And you even, when it come to the spiritual path, you want to attain to the kind of like a development of your the mental practice. And then it didn't happen. Of course, it's not going to happen overnight, but you don't see any kind of improvement inside you. You feel same, end of the day you feel same, end of the day you feel same. So that's mean. Don't use that the same information every day then. So whatever you use, you have to change. Even in the environment, at the house, in every day, whatever the things that you keep using. If it didn't work in the first time, it didn't work in the second time, third time, why you use it to the fourth time? So the very important thing is misperception means it is a deeper inside us. It is very difficult to change our own behavior or the ideas. So as example, you married and the first marriage didn't work, you got divorced. Second marriage, you divorce. Third marriage, you divorce. Fourth marriage, you divorce. And still you don't recognize there's something wrong with you. And still you believing you are doing right, the other people wrong. You didn't understand the 4 times you didn't make the marriage in a right way. So that is misperception. It happened in every level in our mind, our life. Even with the little things. And even just making a cup of tea. And every day sometimes you keep making the same mistake when you're going to cook, when you're going to clean. Every day you're repeating the same thing again and again. Why? Because the deeper inside, that whatever the perception that you carry, the information you carry, you don't change it. So when it comes to in ordinary life, remember, if something went wrong, right away, change yourself. When something went wrong deeper in your personal life, even in your social life, even in day-to-day life, in your spiritual life. So I have experience with sometimes with people. So I always tell, look at your body and keep your back straight, neck head straight, and always be aware about your posture regarding when it comes to sensation. And sometimes students come and tell, oh, Venerable Sir, I cannot get this sensation. In the beginning, I am okay, but later it lost. I don't know what happening. So then I asked, okay, show me how you sit. And in the beginning, he sit, the back straight, neck straight, everything good. But within few seconds, what happened? He become more comfortable with the posture and sitting. And then he go to kind of like a sleepy mood, and then slowly the body start to get down, and then the head. And there are some people, practice meditation, keep the chin up or chin down. It is a 1 inch change going to take them to the sensation. But they never change that 1 inch, hold up or hold down. And only thing they go with the mind, and they go to teachers, and they maybe 10 years, they keep practice meditation. They never get into the sensation here. Why? Because that is what called misperception. Mixed perception. You always use the same kind of things again and again and again regarding something, and it didn't work. So what you have to do? 10 years you keep practice meditation. There are people I know and like this. Only one thing they have to do. They do everything right. Only thing they have to do, just to bring little bit half an inch their chin up, right away they're going to get the sensation. But in life, it's in meditation, but in life also same. You can change a huge problem and you can fix it. Only thing that you have to say, just say sorry, that's it. And then the most of the situation going to change, but you don't say it. Why you don't say it? Just only thing you have to do, apologize. There are situations come in life, you can fix that whole situation. Only thing that you have to do, just hold the hand, give a hug. In ordinary life, sometimes with your partners, husband, wife, children, friends and family members, and just you have to say one word, I love you. That's it. The whole problem going to change. When the 9/11 happened, then through this world center, the most of the call that went in and out, there are a lot of people inside that, they trap inside that buildings, and somehow they able to call. It's like more than thousands call went out, and whoever loved ones from outside, and then they call the people whoever trapped inside, and the most of the call exchange, and later this the government, FBI, they track all the calls, and so that heard that what they talk. The most of the thousands calls, what they exchange, I love you and I am sorry. Those are the two lines that mostly people exchange. So why you wait till end of the life to say that? That because that is the misperception, mixed perception. So because we hold it to our own things, and till the end of the situation, we never want to change that. It comes with the kind of like the self-centered, egocentric ideas, but more than that, it is an attitude, changing the mind with the moment, changing the views, becoming more flexible with the ideas. So then remember, it is just not only in the meditation, in day-to-day life, this mentality change you. And when it comes to samatha and vipassana, that is the most important thing you learn. You don't go with the backpack, and you don't go with the dogma, and you don't go with any kind of hierarchy mindset to sit for meditation. No, you become completely free and accept any moment as a very fresh new moment. And always you don't use your past experience. Each and every moment with the clear mind, you become completely new when you use it with the fresh mindset. So that is the development of the power. That is the development of the mind that you can get out of this spiritual practice. Experience the newness, the fresh, and mindset. So then every day remember yourself. And it is just not only sitting and practice it. You can get a lot of benefit out of this, the environment in day-to-day life, whatever you do. And remember to completely become, if it is work, so then you work it again and again and again and again. That is what called dharma. Look at this, the entire world, what the Buddha taught. It's for noble truth. There is nothing to add and nothing to change. It's done. Eightfold path, there is nothing to add and nothing to remove. That is the beauty of the Dharma. And it is work for any time, anywhere, in this entire universe, in any timeline, it is work. So then yourself, if something going wrong, right away change it. don't repeat it. But if you find in your life, if something work, what you have to do? Use it again and again and again and again. Because it work. So like that, but if it doesn't work, be honest to yourself and don't afraid to change it right away. Don't keep repeating. That is the power of the clarity come to you. Even with the people, even with the little things, whatever the things that you do in day-to-day life, always remember, if something is not right, not about others, it's especially regarding yourself. If something is not right, don't repeat it. And then you come out of these mixed perceptions inside you. You become always clear, and that clarity always bring you ability to go with the flow, and always whatever you see things as it is, it always going to bring you to the right level of understanding, and you don't misunderstand. So there was a person and went to very famous antique shop, and then there was a very old man, the owner. So this person went and asked the buyer and asked, what is the most important thing in this antique shop? Because I can see there are a lot of valuable things, and the price tag and the information show that the 100 years old things. And even it is a family business from grandparents, that all the pictures around it, grandparents, parents, and then the new owner, that's everybody. So then this old person came and start to explain about the 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 things in the shop, and there are a lot of valuable things and very old things. And then this buyer asked, so what is the most important thing in this inside this shop? Because you have a lot of valuable things from the history. And then the shop owner told, I my whole life, because this is a family business, I used to come with my father and I saw how the grandfather used to work here, and my whole life I spent here. I used to live with this all the antiques. And out of this all, what I understood, the most important and most valuable thing is just this human life, not this antiques. So in life, always remember, when it comes to material life, it is important, and but more than that anything else, your life is important and it is so valuable. So with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbitiyo vajjantu sabbarogo vinassatu mate bhavatvantarayo sukhi dika yuko bhava. Ettavata cha anmi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu. Sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.